Hello, and welcome to page 11 of the Preliminary B Piano Workbook from the Key Music and Design Workbook series. Let's take a look at this song called Candy, an interval song. Interval meaning the distance between two notes. Let's start by naming the right-hand notes. Pause the video now and write in your answers for the note names for the right hand and the left hand of your very own Preliminary B Piano Workbook. And if you haven't already purchased your own, make sure to head over to my website, www.kmusicanddesign.ca. We start off on a high C, and there's a few more C's, and we move up to the D. And let's talk about an interval, the distance between two notes, between the C and the D. If C is number 1, or your starting note is number 1, the distance to get there to the D is 2. From the C to the D is an interval of 2. Next, going from a D to a G, we have an interval of 5. Let's find the interval between the D and the G. We start with number 1. On the D. Next, we're going to go backwards, going down to that G with a C. 2, backwards still, B, 3, A, 4, and we'll land on our G, number 5. The distance between the D and the G is an interval of 5. Now that we know a little bit about our intervals, let's continue to name the right-hand notes. Then the left hand. We continue with a B, 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 C, whole note B, A, 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 B, A, line number 3, bar number 9, or box number 9 from the beginning, E, G, E, G, B, and similar to the beginning of this song, lots of C's, up to the D, and down to that interval of 5, G. Then a B, 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 C, B. Can you find any other spots that repeat? E, F, E, D, E, C. And very soon we'll take a look at these nice new ledger line notes. Let's go back to the top and write in our left hand note names. For the most part, our left hand is playing the exact 3 same notes. We have an E, G, and an A. An interval of 3, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, and an interval of 2, G to the A, 1, 2. We continue with the same left-hand pattern, E, G, A. Now we come to a ledger line in the left hand. We know that our middle C is this first ledger line. Then we have a space, D, the next line up, continuing in the alphabet, E, and the next space we're looking for, F. This is an F, and it is the exact same note if we were to put a right-hand F right here. Moving along, continuing our left-hand pattern of our interval of 3 and 2, E, G, A, E, G, and an A. Taking a look, we have a few more intervals to end off our song in the left hand. Here's our middle C, that first ledger line, the space above, moving up the alphabet to a D, and the second ledger line above our bass clef staff is an E. Same as before, on the space above the 2 ledger lines, we have an F. On the line of the second ledger line above, so 2 ledger lines above our bass staff, we have an E. And 1 space above our middle C is a D. Then again on our second ledger line above, an E. And our very famous C, middle C, on ledger line number 1. These last few notes in the right hand and the left hand are exactly the same notes on the piano. You are more than welcome to play only the right hand at this part, as the notes are exactly the same, or you could play only the left hand, or if you wanted to challenge yourself and play both of your hands at the same time, one hand will be slightly on top of the other, like this. Great, now that we have all of our notes named, let's take a look at playing our song. And we are in a 4/4 time, telling us that we have 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a bar or a measure or a box. Our half notes have 2 of those counts, and our whole notes have all 4 of our counts. And making sure to start your counts right back at 1 after we have crossed the bar line. Great, pause the video now to practice a few times. Then, when you're ready, we'll try playing from start to finish at speed 60 and speed 100. Here we go with speed 60. I will give you a 4 count in, and then the next one will be your C in the right hand. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 D, 2, G, 4, left hand E, G, A, 4, B, 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 C, B, 2, 3, 4, left hand E, G, A, 4, F, A, 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 B, A, 4, E, G, E, G, B, E, G, A, C, 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 D, 2, G, 4, E, G, A, 4, B, 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 C, B, 2, 3, 4. Choose a hand or both. E, 2, 3, 4, F, E, D, E, C, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. How did you do? Do you need to go back and practice a few more times at speed 60 or a lower speed? Or are you ready to bump it up to speed 100? And making sure you do take your time to increase your speed slowly so that we are nice and smooth finding all of our notes before mastering speed 100. Here we go, speed 100. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 D, 2, G, 4, E, G, A, 4, B, 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 C, B, 2, 3, 4, E, G, A, 4, F, A, 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 B, A, 4, E, G, E, G, B, E, G, A, C, 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 D, 2, G, 4, E, G, A, 4, B, 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 C, B, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, E, D, E, C, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. If you feel confident that you have played at speed 60 or speed 100, or somewhere in between, nice and steady, finding all of your correct notes and timing, you have now completed page 11 of the Preliminary B Piano Workbook, and you are ready to crash into some waves with Crashing Waves, an expression song. Happy learning!